Yo, we out of traffic, man. We at the next light. Mr. DJ Rose. Got Caesar C's. What's up, man?
NMBT Radio, another week, another day, another dollar.
Juice Man, what's going on?
In the building.
Verteezy. What it do?
Man, we chilling, man. Y'all know we back with this weekend sports, man.
All happened in the week.
So, we going to start off on a somber note. For those who know Kyrie Jackson, he was a fourth-round pick by the Minnesota Vikings in this past year's 2024 NFL Draft. He first started his collegiate career at Scott Greyhounds, then went to Alabama, then Oregon. And basically, he was in a car. He was the passenger, and apparently, allegedly, they got hit by another car. They were saying that the other car was a drunk driver, and he passed away. C's, any thoughts on this tragic passing?
Yeah, it's on a somber note, man, because, I mean, he's basically was in a car with two of his friends he went to a Maryland school with. So his homeboys, they all play college football. Unfortunate situation, happened like 3 a.m. Wasn't their fault. They got hit by a drunk driver, fucked up. It would have been great to see what he would have done in the league. They said he was on his way to probably get that starting position in the Vikings organization. So, sad note. And it's not just him that passed away. He's literally in the car with his homeboy. So it's like, damn, man. We lost three players, 3 football guys.
All 3 of them died? Yeah, that's sad. I got tears.
Yeah, man, that was very sad, man. I know, to be honest, I didn't even know about the situation until I got on TikTok. Until this sports influencer named Rico Knows was talking about it. And basically was saying, to sum it up, basically saying the nigga deserve that shit. And he don't do condolences. That shit was just crazy when I saw that video. And then when I looked up the situation and I saw he was a 4th-round pick, and a lot of 4th-round picks turned out to be stars, man. So he could have been a great player. I feel sad for his family, man, because, he had an opportunity to possibly pull his family out of, generational poverty, depending on his background. I honestly did not know nothing about this player, but hey, man, as far as Rico knows, man, you gotta do better, bro. You can't just be going out there saying you don't give a fuck about shit like this on social media.
Yeah, I didn't know the dude, but I'm starting to see this trend a lot lately, because all you see when you look online and is these hoes drinking and smoking. And I'm like, when did these hoes go get in an accident? When did these hoes go get this DUI? So now I'm starting to see hoes get DUIs, and I'm starting to see hoes getting in accidents. And it's like, yeah, when y'all go learn? You know what I'm saying?
So it was a chick that hit him?
Yeah, supposedly, yeah. It was a girl, and she was drunk. You know what I'm saying? Then, but that's all I see on social media all day long. Like, y'all putting this out there, everybody can see, and then y'all get in the car, drinking and driving on camera, all this stuff. Like, you got to be more careful, man. Just got to be more careful.
Yeah, man. Talking about other people drinking and driving. So, y'all know that Ali from Oklahoma State, the running back, he recently had a DUI, and Mike Gundy, his head coach, basically, I'm not going to say defended him, but he did explain the reasoning for not suspending him and for basically the light punishment they gave him. And the reasoning he gave was, the illegal limit in Oklahoma is 1.0. He blew a 0.8, so he wasn't that far from it. He was only a couple of beers from it, possibly. And Mike Gundy said, hey, he's possibly done that plenty of times in his life. So, C's, do you think they should have punished him more severely? And do you think Mike Gundy, went light on him?
This is one of them times where you kind of got to shut the hell up. Gundy, this is not the first time he said something questionable. I ain't gonna say I don't like the guy, but he said some questionable shit back when COVID, Black Lives Matter was a whole thing. So there's that shit. He actually took a $1.6 million cut from that shit and had to rebuild himself. Basically, make it to the playoffs, shut the fuck up for a couple years, keep making the playoffs, and then he got signed another deal. But this is one of them times where you really gotta you can feel a certain type of way or do a certain thing. You just ain't gotta say this shit out loud. It's 2024, NIL deals and all this other shit. Shut the fuck up. Even if you don't want to suspend him, don't suspend him. Be like, hey, we took care of it, blah, 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 blah. Don't defend the stupid shit.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought Mike Gundy stood on business, if I'm being real, man, because I ain't gonna lie, man. I look at social media and I just see a lot of hypocrisy, man. I see a lot of people who do shit, then see other people do shit, and then get mad. I felt this way about the Diddy shit. We all know motherfuckers that beat on bitches. I'm just gonna keep it real. We all know motherfuckers that beat on bitches. Then Diddy did what he did, and then everybody want to get on social media. My bad, see.
I think what really kind of fucked it up, made it sound worse, because there was an article in a Associated Post. This nigga said he would take him to Vegas to cool off. Like his punishment was gonna be go to Vegas. That's what made the shit seem stupid. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, that's crazy, man. But overall, I understood Mike Gundy's point, man. There's plenty of people that, yeah, man, you have 4-5 beers. You know, he was barely over the legal limit.
He wasn't over the legal limit. The legal limit was 1.
No.
He blew a 08. So how did he get a DUI?
In the area he was in, because I don't think he was in Oklahoma what he did. In the area he was in, he was over the legal limit. But had he been in Oklahoma, he would have been cool. That's another thing that we don't talk about is depending on the state you in, these legal limits are fractions of points. Like, yeah, man, I feel like, yeah, there is a little hypocrisy, man. You know, I don't know that he get in an accident, but as long as he didn't get in an accident and nobody got hurt, man, I mean, I really don't care, man. You ain't got to suspend the dude, man. Plus, at the end of the day, man, we got to remember, man, like, I know these niggas are getting NIL deals. These are still kids, man. These are niggas still motherfuckers between the ages of 18 and, in some cases, 24, but normally 21, 20, 22. These are still kids, man.
Yeah, I thought what Mike Gundy said was cool, but as long as nothing happens in the future, because this could be a part where keeping it real goes wrong, because he kept it real. He was like, shoot, man, I done did that 100 times. So long as nothing else happens, it's gonna be cool. And I was cool with the punishment too, because he said, what was the punishment? He said, yeah, I'm gonna give him 50 carries the first game. I'm gonna make him carry the ball 50 times. And it was like, so if he gets the ball 50 times, he might break the doggone record, and nobody's even gonna care what he did.
Like, remember when he got that DUI?
Like, what DUI? He just ran 400 yards in the game. What you talking about?
Hey, man, moving on to another young player. So, Bronny James had his Summer League debut last weekend. He played his second Summer League game this week. The first game, he had 4 points. The second game, he had 3 points. Now, to be fair, in his second game, I want to say he had like 5 rebounds, 3 assists, I think 2 to 3 steals, and 2 to 3 blocks or whatever. Like, a lot of people say he had a great defensive performance, but his offensive game these first 2 games has been struggling, and his shot hasn't been falling, and he's been shooting less than, I want to say, around 56% from the free throw line. I don't give a fuck about Summer League. I'm gonna be real, man. I done seen niggas ball out Summer League and be trash. And I done seen niggas play trash in Summer League and ball. People forget, Vic played horrible his first game in Summer League. And that nigga, to me, showed last season he's a top 15 player already in the league. So, you know, hey, man, we all know when the time comes, Bronny going to be the 12th or 11th man on the bench. He going to get in the game. And LeBron going to pass that nigga the ball. And at some point in time this season, it might take 100 threes. He going to hit a 3. LeBron going to get an assist to his son. So, hey, man, we know why Bronny on the team, man. Hey, man, Bronny, don't let these motherfuckers put you down. Keep doing what you're doing.
I mean, for me, man, it's really the media focus around him is like, why are we got a whole league to look at, so many players, but the main focus is on LeBron James' son. We knew who he was coming out of high school, knew who he was in college, and now that he's going to the league, let's be honest, he's going to be on the bench. He's a bench player for now. Until something changes, shit, we might all be wrong. In 2 seasons, this nigga might be, oh, where the fuck was this 2 years ago? He might be balling the fuck out. Who knows? But the focus around him is too hyped. But at the same time, it's like, you got a young man, you got to ball more than that. It's like, and then to try to play it up to you having leg issues or cramps or some shit, it's making you look bad, man. You know, hey, learn the game, earn your spot. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, like C says, he is who we thought he was.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I heard the sport. He sounded good to me.
He is who he thought it was. He's going to be a D and 3 player. He's going to play defense. He's going to spot up, and he's going to knock down some jumpers. He'll probably get in the game some, but he's not going to be a superstar. But he doesn't have to be a superstar because his daddy is arguably 1A, 2A, 1C. You know what I'm saying? Top 3 best players in basketball players ever. So it's like, it doesn't matter what his son does. His son made it to the league. No other top player son or anybody pretty much at LeBron James levels has done that. So it's not even the fact that it's LeBron James Jr. It's all about highlighting how much of a great person, father, role model LeBron James is, and that we need to start paying him more attention and giving him more props, even more than people do. And people that's always hating on him, things like that, they just need to stop all that hate, because that's the only reason why people are doing that, because everybody in some of these sucks. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about opportunities. So if he gets an opportunity to play in the league and practice, go around for a whole season and practice with them, he's going to get better. He's going to be better. You know what I'm saying? Just that this is summer league. They're probably not even doing all the real drills and doing like they're supposed to do. But once the real players get out there and they go to real practices, he's going to develop, and he's going to be probably a solid player, I think.
Hey man, talking about a player that turned himself from a no name to a house name. So we have breaking news today. Jalen Brunson signed an extension with the New York Knicks for $156 million. Now, it's to be noted, he left $113 million on the table because he could have signed next season and got that Supermax for the 5-year, but he wanted to give the New York Knicks flexibility. What you think about this contract extension for Jalen Brunson?
The way he played is well deserved, and it's like leaving money on the table. It's like anytime you can do that, that just means being a team player. Bring the Knicks back. That's what people want to see. Even if they the 3-4 in the East, bring that shit back. We would love to see it because it was exciting to see the dynamics with the Knicks. I think it would be good for basketball.
Yeah, anytime the Knicks are good, basketball is going to be better. When the Knicks are relevant, the NBA is just a better, I guess, a league to watch because when they're good. So he did his thing last year. I think he deserves he deserved more than that. Maybe they can restructure it next year and give him some more or do something. I don't know how the NBA works with the contract things like that. I'm not with NBA when you sign, all that money is guaranteed. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you leave money on the table?
Because he could have, if he would have waited till next year, he could have signed a $200 million something contract instead of just $150. You know what I'm saying? Or well, not even $250. It'd probably been like, you know how Jaylen Brown signed $300 last year, Jason Tatum signed for $313 this year, so he probably could have signed for like $313 next year.
Would that have been like a Supermax, basically?
Yeah. Okay. But you have to be with your team for a certain amount of time, and you have to make a certain amount of all NBA or All-Star. You have to do certain criteria. You have to get in order to unlock that achievement. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like a damn video
game. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, they want to make sure these motherfuckers earn their money. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw this, because you never see this in the NBA. You never see players just leave this kind of money on the table. You see it in NFL because, we understand how the contracts are in the NFL. So I had to look Jalen Brunson up, man. And I ain't know his daddy was Rick Brunson, man.
He played in the league.
I don't know who the fuck Rick Brunson was, so I had to look that nigga up too. Yeah. Oh, man, that's a 9-year vet.
He played in the league.
And that nigga coach on the New York Knicks staff. Mm-hmm. So Jalen didn't need the goddamn money, man. So I'm just saying, I'm being serious. That's like if Bronny James would have did this. Let's say in 10 years, Bronny James does this. Is anybody gonna be like, oh man, Bronny's cutting for money? Nah, man, his dad LeBron James. So Jalen, you smart, man. Hey, get your money, believe money, so the Knicks can get better players, so you can try to compete for a championship.
And it's sad though, like you just said, you got to look who he was, and then his daddy popped up, and I keep saying it. Before long, It's not going to be any more poor folks in the leagues anymore.
Black nepotism.
It's going to be a nothing but rich folks in the league.
As long as the black.
And it's nothing wrong with that, but it is because it's taken away from all the people that just work hard. You know what I'm
people
saying?
that be in the streets actually work on their jump shot and shit.
Yeah.
Man, but talking about Jalen Brunson, y'all know Kawhi dropped out from Team USA. And one of the names that kept coming up to replace him was Jalen Brunson. Another name was Jaylen Brown.
The finals MVP.
But instead, they went with Jaylen Brown's teammate, Derek White.
The fifth person, the fifth best person on their team.
I mean, he did make all defensive team.
Yeah.
But, see, what do you think about the drama surrounding Team USA?
Hold on, Steve. Let me jump in.
Go ahead, Rose. Mr. Rose, Mr. DJ Rose.
When I seen Kawhi dropped off, I thought about Steve, and I said, okay, so who's gonna replace them? But then, like the next hour or so, or the next day, I seen the picture of White, Derek White in the USA uniform. I was like, this got to be a joke. This can't be for real. You know what I'm saying? This can't be for real. Like, y'all replace him with him? Like, this got to be a joke, right? So I said, I'll just wait a couple of days to see if this is real. This can't be real. But that was my first thing about it. It's like, but then after I found out it was real, I'm like, what up? How in the world did that happen? I guess Jaylen Brown didn't want to play. But from what I hear, Jaylen Brown's a baller. He want to play. He played in the Big Three. So, of course, he would want to play in the Olympics. Well, you know why they didn't pick him?
Big black.
Close. Because he's dark-skinned. Kendrick Lamar done messed everything up for all of us. Nobody want to give us no jobs no more. Trump said the Mexicans taking our jobs. The light skins taking our jobs, you know what I'm saying? Drake is the one that did this. Drake called the league and said, you cannot let Jaylen Brown, another dark-skinned player.
I know who we really need to blame. This who we really need to blame.
Who we need to blame?
Man that tried to clean this shit up. Grant Hill, light-skinned nigga.
Yep.
And didn't he go to Duke?
Yep.
That's sucker Duke. But nah, it's from that state. It was the fact that he tried to clean it up. And it's like, I was asking my dad, I was like, hey, is Grant Hill coaching? He was like, no, he's just on the staff. I'm like, hold up.
No,
so
he's like a president. Like, he picks the players or something, like, or he's like one of the top persons of USA. Like, he was, what's his name? And
Jerry Cangelo.
Jerry Cangelo, he was the one that was picking the players before, but he took his spot. Grant Hill did.
And then it's like, man, like trying to clean it up was some stupid shit to me. And then it's like, we knew Kyrie, my bad. Leonard was hurt. We knew he was hurt. But it's the fact that come on, man. We all looking at the screen like, what the fuck?
But I don't think Leonard was hurt. I just think the Clippers said you can't play.
It was probably a combination. I think the Clippers didn't want him to play, and it's something along those lines. But I mean,
he was just being the hoe.
Just the fact that you passed up two Jaylens that definitely would have produced better results than who you picked. Yes, Derek White had great defense. You know, great.
And he can shoot the three.
He can shoot the three, but if I look at the rest of the roster, am I going to see like, yes, this is a perfect match? Hell no. So, I mean, just from their stance, it's like you pass up on two great players. Jaylen Brown definitely should have been in there. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, man, I'm not even going to lie, man. I'm going to keep it real, man. We talked on the pod about being black and standing up. Man, Jaylen Brown, he one of the few NBA niggas, and a lot of y'all niggas in NBA hoes, bro. A lot of y'all hoes. A lot of y'all, when everything was going on for George Floyd shit, and y'all wasn't in the streets like Jaylen Brown was doing the grassroots footwork. And when Kyrie was going through what he was going through, and I ain't gonna say no names, but even niggas who played with Kyrie, y'all wasn't saying shit. It took Jaylen Brown.
Like KD.
It took Jaylen Brown, who a lot of people said behind the scenes did not like Kyrie, to say, look at what Nike doing to this man. And now it's being reported that the reason why he not on the team is because Nike was like, nah, bro, don't put that dark-skinned nigga on the team, because he was critical of Nike. And they started showing the tweets he made where he said, let's stop playing like Nike care about people and all this other stuff.
Shit,
and
Nike,
they have ethics.
Wow.
Shit, Nike stock down anyway. That's probably why.
I'm just saying, like, that's who sponsored the Team USA jerseys and all that stuff. Like, now I'm just going to be real, man. Hey, Jaylen Brown, man, stand 10 toes down, man. Man, fuck Nike. And for a lot of people who don't know, Jalen Brown not even signed with a shoe right now, man. He independent right now, man. So, hey, man, that's a proud brother right there, man. Don't let these motherfuckers put you down.
Don't trust them new niggas over there.
So, going from Team USA, you know, from the entertainment aspect, we're gonna go to sport. We're gonna stick with sports, but more from the entertainment aspect. So, for those who keep with wrestling, last weekend they had Money in the Bank, a big pay-per-view for WWE, and at the pay-per-view, John Cena came out and announced that he will be retiring from wrestling by the end of next year. C's, I see you keep doing the "you can't see me" sign. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Where the hell is everybody? I can't.
Where's Tony Yayo at?
Can you see me? Who Tony Yayo got this shit from? Can you? I ain't gonna lie, repopulate. But hey, John Cena, like when I say top, he probably top 10, easily top 10. Does it go from the shit from WWE to the movies? Great career. We love seeing that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. It was a couple times when, looking back, some of the shit he did, his antics were corny. But at the same time, like, overall, that it's John Cena. Like, niggas be like, all the memes, all the jokes aside, niggas fucking John Cena. When I do this, niggas like, yeah, they who you see. Shit international.
Every once in a while in the sport, you get people who transcend their sport to the point where people who don't even watch the sport know who they are. And me being one of the most avid wrestling fans at the table, I had plenty of friends who wasn't watching wrestling who knew John Cena was. And 16-time WWE champion, the only other wrestler that has as many championships as him is the great Ric Flair.
Really?
You know, yeah, they both tied for the most world championships ever. So that should let you know how great he is. Because for them to give you the belt that many times, they trusted you to be the face of the company that many times.
Yeah,
That's what that means.
Right.
And then secondly, you know, something that I didn't even know till I went online. Man, y'all know John Cena got an album, and that album got more record sales than Kendrick, Travis Scott, and Cardi and Gunna's first albums. Like, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. That just lets you know how big of a person he was. But the only thing I want to say about John Cena, I know some of y'all may not understand what I'm about to say. Like, what you was just hinting at, Juice Man, he took over at a time where WWE became PG. And for those who don't understand that, it used to be like a lot of blood and guts. Then it kind of went more to kids. And John Cena took over at a time where not a lot of people could adapt to that kind of mentality. And he held it down for over 20 years, man. So I'm gonna miss John Cena, man. And they coming to Atlanta later on this year, and I hope he's at the pay-per-view. And I intend to try to go to the pay-per-view and see John Cena one last time. I've only seen him in person one time, and I was proud to see him that one time. It was entertaining.
Yeah, so you go into the wrestling event tomorrow. I sent to you.
Nah, I ain't gonna go to that one.
You ain't gonna go to it.
Because John Cena ain't gonna be at that one probably.
Yeah, but it's just wrestling, so I thought you would probably want to go. But yeah, shout out to John Cena. He was. But from what I read and heard, he got that from Tony Yayo.
Nah, it's a lie. It's a lie, nigga. Niggas is lying. Tony Yayo stated, this nigga said, I got that shit from John Cena. He said this shit.
Actually, in an interview, John Cena said he was watching a G-Unit video and saw Tony Yayo do it.
Yeah. So,
and Tony Yayo explained the reason why he was doing it because he was on the run.
Yeah.
So he was trying to really hide his face so you can't see him.
So I've been lied to my whole life.
Hey,
I've been lied to you.
Before you retire, I know you said you're 47 years old. You gotta drop a mad freestyle at WrestleMania, man. Those freestyles used to be mad dope back then.
Hey, one more thing. I need him to do a movie with Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg. Who's the other motherfucker from Boston? He just need to do it. Ben Affleck. They just need to do a fucking super mass hole fucking Boston movie.
And have a Tom Brady cameo.
Hell yeah.
It's got to be a comedy though.
Yeah, comedy, and it's going to be about what? The Hangover.
Bullshit. It's gonna be about bullshit.
Hangover. What we do last night?
It got to be
Try to figure that shit
If
out.
that was an action hangover, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
He's a good. I like him. He's a great actor. A lot of movies I've seen him, man. He does a good job. But yeah, I like him. But yeah.
In Boston.
You gotta do it.
But when you're from Boston, man, F John Cena, F. Tom Brady, and
F.
F.
Larry
Larry Bird,
Bird.
too.
Hey, so moving on to TNT, y'all.
Boom.
Dynamite.
So last weekend, we had the 4th of July,
Dynamite.
and there was a shooting at the Augusta Mall. And the summary was there was 2 individuals. One dude basically said, "Why are you following me?" He said, "I'm not following you." And the dude said, "Man, if I pull that," I think he said, "Chopper, that switch on you." And the other dude put his gun out and shot him. Now, C's broke it down to me and told me apparently them 2 reportedly, allegedly have a history of the person who got shot 2 years ago, shot the other individual.
That's right.
This is the second shooting in the Augusta Mall this year.
And that's the most important part. The most important part that make these 2 dudes hoes. They both dated the same girl too.
Oh damn.
That's crazy
Damn.
too, man. So maybe they was mad, man. You hit it better than me. I don't know.
Because when the first dude shot the first dude, he was walking down the street with the ex-girlfriend, which is now his girlfriend. And Buddy seen him. He said, "Hey, you with my girl? Yeah, make my girl now."
Yeah, man. I got tears, man, just because, like I said, this is the second shooting in Augusta Mall this year. Like, motherfuckers can't even take their families out in public. I don't know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's been a lot of gun shooting in Augusta the last year and a half. I don't know what the fuck niggas got going on. I do remember growing up how it used to be a lot of fights at the Augusta Mall. But, I mean, motherfuckers saying, let's skip the foreplay and let's get down to the, brass tacks. So, I think you told me, C's, that old buddy's locked up. So, hey, man, that's where he need to be, man. We got to get these niggas off the street, bro. Because as I get older, I don't want to be around these young niggas, man.
Man, it's tears because it's tears for the people at the mall. Because it's like literally, this nigga standing in line. Imagine going to what shoe store was it? It was the one
Shoe department.
Nah, the one
It's
downstairs.
the black one. Sketches.
Oh, on the corner?
Yeah, the one on the corner outside of you walk outside of Dick's.
Yeah.
Right there.
Urban.
Bruh. Nigga standing in line waiting on some shoes. Niggas following you. You turn around. If I'm somebody in front of this nigga, I'm gonna be like, Lord, why today? Out of all days, why today? I gotta be with this nigga. These niggas. I'm not.
Yeah, like he didn't remember him. Why you following me?
I'm not particularly disappointed because it's like, nigga, you shot me. I gotta shoot you back.
That's right.
So I'm like, I got you. Like, it's just the place you chose.
Sight, nigga.
It's just it's the place you chose. You should have followed the nigga to the car.
That would be better.
And then bop, bop, bop. But
Definition of on site, nigga.
When I see you, nigga.
When I see, he told him it's on site.
it's like,
It's like, I ain't following you.
oh,
but
nigga, you don't remember me. I bet you do now.
the funny thing was, like, he didn't want to catch a murder charge. He shot him in both his legs.
No, maybe he was in such a rush. That's all he could get. He probably was just like,
shooter.
aim low, hit him low.
Nah, these niggas be watching too much Law and Order. It's like what Rose said. They ain't no real killers. They shooters, but they ain't no killers.
Hit him low.
Charge.
But yeah, it's sad to see, man. It's like
changed that law now, though.
It's like you want to be able to take your family out or just anywhere, club, bar, hotel, restaurant. You don't want to see this stupid shit. But I ain't mad because the get back is the get back. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, man, I got tears, man. It was because that's why I don't go places no more. People say, "Oh, you don't go." All they do is this. All they do is this now. That's all they do now. Shoot and kill people. I ain't trying to be on that list. I ain't trying to. Don't put me in that number. What is it? At Church Vertese?
I'm just happy to be in the number.
Don't put me in that number. I don't want to be on that number. I'm gonna stay at home.
Talking about adding to the number of the body count. So in New York City, they found a girl who was in a sleeping bag that was in trash bags in a dumpster in New York City. Surveillance footage show a man in an electric wheelchair dragging that bag to the dumpster. As he was being arrested and taken into custody, a mob of people started basically attacking him. And the mom got on TV. Y'all know how most black moms do. And,
my baby.
She was crying and shit, and she was very emotional, as she should be. Yeah, tears again, man. Because New York is another city where the crime rate is very high. and a lot of assaults happen, especially against black women. It's crazy because when I first heard it, I was like, how did a man in a wheelchair just kill a grown-ass woman? And then C's had explained to me, nah, the bitch got shot in the head, so that just shows you ain't got to have legs to pull a trigger, man. So, hey, man, shout out to that nigga in the wheelchair, man, but RIP to the lady in the trash bag.
Shout out to the nigga. What you mean? Shout out to you in jail, nigga. It's crazy because it's like, it's sad. The sad part is her name was Yasmin Williams. She was actually trying to go back to school to get her law degree, master's in law degree. She was actually trying to like get a job with the city where she was actually helping out homeless people and drug addicts and stuff like that. So it was like the community, whatever borough it was in New York, the community lost a great person. So it's like for that to happen to her, and then the fact that it was like somebody they allegedly, I guess he knew her because it wasn't the first time people was like, yeah, he always talks to her. They have some type of relationship, and it's like, why does this nigga in a wheelchair have a gun? My question is like, out of all motherfuckers,
why not have a gun? He in a wheelchair.
I mean, I get it. It's New York, but it's like,
if anybody need one, he need one.
You seen a video with a rat dragging a knife? Even the rats need to be safe in New York.
But I'm saying, and it's like, okay, this is the other crazy part. So it was a trash bag stuffed inside a sleeping bag, and this nigga dragging. New York's got so much shit going on, you can't even question what somebody doing. A nigga walking with a suitcase above his head. Why is that nigga got a suitcase above his head? No. Why is this nigga driving a trash bag? Oh, that's my whole house. Like, no, nigga, you live up on 135th Street.
Talk about who is he? The nigga from Sesame Street?
I'm saying.
This is my whole house. He Oscar.
I'm saying. It's Buddy down the street. I'm just saying, but.
So it's Sesame Street in New York?
Yeah. I think it is.
It is, shit. Tell me how to get
to Sesame Street. The brownstones, right?
Tell me how to get around the corner.
10 million.
135th Street. But it's crazy, but it's sad to see because it's like she was actually trying to do stuff in the community. It's like, she got shot in the head, man. That's crazy. On the same day that the mayor introduced trash cans for residential fucking buildings. So now we're going to have, this is no jokes, but I'm not trying to make a pun. There's literally going to be bodies in trash cans now in New York.
It's been like that.
No, I'm saying now, like the way we have trash cans everywhere else besides New York, you have a trash can that's attached to your house. They're doing that shit for every fucking building now. Before, you just put shit on the street. Where they found, the same way they found her body bag on the street, you can walk past it. But it's crazy.
A lot of babies.
But I digress. Sad to see. This is the type of shit I don't want to hear this anytime, but rest in peace.
Juice Man.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
It's New York, son. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
It is what it is.
Damn.
That shit's fucked up.
People get found in garbage cans every day, B.
Damn right now, it's definitely going down.
Roseanne?
Yeah, I got tears. I didn't watch the video. I heard people talking about the video. But yeah, it's just a sad situation. I just want to know, like, because if she was there trying to help him, and then he messed around and killed her, or was she sexually assaulted, or was she trying to do something strange for some change? You know what I'm saying? She said she was trying. Her teacher said she was trying to go back to school, so she was probably trying to get that check, or maybe she was to guarantee all his check.
Law books expensive.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it's just a sad situation all the way around, man. Anytime somebody loses their, especially young women losing their life, especially when they're trying to do something with themselves, it's sad to see, man. I got tears.
So going from somebody who got murdered to somebody who had a death threat on them. So for those who be on social media and love to follow the influencers that rate food, Mr. Chime Time, who's one of the more popular,
one of the realest ones,
one of the more popular food critics out there, he went to St. Louis recently, you know, and he gonna tell you how the food is. Apparently, some of the food was bad in St. Louis.
Not some of it. Almost every video I seen was trash. He said.
And somebody posted a picture of him.
Kill that dude.
A picture of him and said, "I want this nigga dead."
He put him on a wanted poster
by 7 p.m. tonight. Yo, I got tears, man. I got tears because, bruh, Rose said this months ago when we talked about Keith Lee. You do not have to listen to the advice of these food critics. In fact, that's not even the proper term for them because they're not even food critics. You don't even have to listen to the advice of these food influencers. If they go to a place you like and they rate it poorly, guess what? You might like it. If you watch a lot of their videos, Keith Lee and Mr. Chimetime, they even would tell you sometimes why they particularly did not like a dish, but they'll tell you, hey, you might like it. And one thing I would give both of them is whether they rate a place poorly or not, they still drop the address and location of the place so you yourself can determine if you want to go there. You do not have to take it that serious. Go on your little computer and make a wanted poster saying, I want a nigga dead. Just what would have happened if one of these dumbass motherfuckers would have actually took you on it?
That's right.
We would have lost one of the realest food influencers in the black community. There's not a lot of black people doing this on TikTok the way Mr. Chimetime is. So we need people that look like us and talk like us to be in these spaces. So I got tears.
Yeah, I got tears too. I'm hoping he got that thing back because when he went to New York, they took his gun. He got arrested at the airport because they wanted to be buttholes at the airport, and they had him in the back watching his videos like this him right here. So I hope he got his thing back because he gonna need it because they got a number on your head. But man, I like Mr. Chimetime out of all everybody. I can actually watch him because he keep it real. He don't try to sugarcoat nothing. He say if it's trash, it's trash. I don't know what his taste buds would be like and nothing like that, but I just like that. But for the main thing, him, like Vertiza said, that they always drop the address. Even more better than that, they always drop big tips. They always bless people with that paper, that bag. When they go places, even before they even get the food, you know what I'm saying? It's before they taste the food. As long as the customer service is on par and it's mostly black-owned businesses too, and they get treated correctly, they drop a bag on them. And sometimes if their food is good, then they go back and drop another bag on them. Man, that's the thing I like, man. Just that when they go places, they show love. And I also like that Mr. Chimetime still, you know what I'm saying, he didn't forget who he was like Keith Lee sometimes does.
Is Mr. Chimetime gay? Nah, man.
Nah, he's always talking about clapping your mama's cheeks. He said, this is so good, man, just like I clap your mama's cheeks. That's what he be saying.
He be talking shit.
I don't know if he gay, but it shouldn't matter.
He be talking shit about the moms and all that.
But that nigga gay.
Deja vu. I had a dream about this. My bad.
Back to the five, man. I got tears because it's like, bro, one of the few niggas I actually like, few reviewers I actually like, because he's like, he always says, hey, I didn't like the shit. You should probably go yourself, check it out. I ain't like it. But at the same time, the nigga sits in his car and eats some fucking food. He don't even go inside the fucking restaurant. So it's like, this nigga, I literally see this nigga drive around. This nigga done went to Texas, Charlotte, Florida, went outside of Tootsie's. This nigga ordered a fucking steak and lobster, ate that shit in the car. He was like, oh yeah, Tootsie's was lit. Yeah, he was like, yeah, you ever come to Miami? Come to Tootsie's. So I mean, he puts the restaurants on, and he keeps it real with his taste buds. He tells you every time, I like it or I don't like it. It's trash. It's this, it's that. Or they give you a lot of food. They don't give you a lot of food. It's under seasoned. Oh, this is good, but it need more salt. So I mean, I can tolerate him more than I can tolerate Keith Lee. But if I had to pick two black guys, it's like polar opposites. I like people being funny with their shit. Chimetime's funny. It's fucked up to have. You took the time out your day to fucking make a wanted poster or like, who the fuck does that? That's how I know you're a Twitter gangster. You're a fucking internet thug that just wanted to put some shit out. Was it one of your restaurants that got a bad rap? Like, I want to know.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't fuck with St. Louis barbecue. It's like South Carolina. Texas.
From what I heard, South Carolina, St. Louis barbecue, trash. He said every place that he went to, trash.
See?
He like Bubba Doug. He said all that trash.
Cool. That's why they on your ass. That's why they on your ass.
But to get a death threat?
Yes.
I'm a nigga. I'm in my car.
They named the whole slab of ribs up in St. Louis. and then all they barbecue trash, according to time.
But hey, it's just it's just like anybody else. It's one person's opinion. Stop doing this shit. Stop making death threats.
It is one person's opinion, but every time when I see the food, when he pull it out most of the time, when I look at it, most of the time I be on point. I be like, ugh, that looks like some trash. Ugh. And most of the time when I'm doing
he
that don't look
doing
good.
the same thing.
He like, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey,
So.
do better. Restaurants do better. Shit.
No,
These are the places y'all suggested also. So it's like, if you have better restaurants, suggest them. Shit. I mean, when I pull up to a city, it's like, hey, what's the best blah, blah, blah in the city? Y'all supposed to tell me. Y'all live here. Tell me.
What state is St. Louis in?
It's in 2 states. Because you got St.
Missouri.
Louis. You got St. Louis, Missouri, and then you got St. Louis, Kansas.
City. Yeah.
Just like you got Kansas City, Kansas, and you got Kansas City, Missouri. So it's like, I might be wrong on states. It might be St. Louis, Indiana, or some shit.
It's all about the barbecue, man. It's like talking about people football. You can't go to certain states and fuck your football team. Like fuck you.
You can't hear you. Go to the mic.
Yeah, so yeah, with certain foods and certain areas, you can't talk shit about it. It's like, you don't like it, okay, take that shit to your grave. Like, because if you say some shit, it's like, you go to Boston, fuck Tom Brady, niggas gonna be like, nah, fuck you, nigga. Like,
Fuck Larry Bird. Fuck Larry Bird.
You go to a barbecue state and say, fuck the barbecue. Nah, nigga, they gonna be like, nah, we want your fucking head. Like,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Go to Boston and say, hey, Starbucks way better than Dunkin'. You might get stabbed. I ain't gonna
it's
lie.
going down. Like, what you expect? So, hey, and I just checked them out. What I seen, no comment, because he look kind of, But
Man, come on, man.
talking about he the realest. Nigga,
Okay.
Anyways,
Hey man, so moving on from a proud black man to something that Dr. Umar Johnson talks about all the time, gentrification. So for those who are from the 2000s and 90s, y'all know about the lean joint. So there was a video on TikTok of a white woman saying this is the sleepy cocktail.
Sleepy girl monster.
Sleepy girl cocktail. Where she basically had put some Sprite, some cough syrup, and some Jolly Ranchers in a drink, and basically was trying to sell this to people. Seeds, man.
it's $20 an ounce.
Tears or no tears for this new form of gentrification.
First of all, rest in peace, DJ Screw.
Is it real all? Is it real all?
It's real. It look like a real bottle of fucking codeine.
Oh shit.
Look like a real fucking bottle.
Yeah, they don't make Actavis no more. There's no more Actavis, but they had a codeine still.
I'm gonna say this. Hey, first of all, rest in peace, DJ Screw, Big Pokey. Rest in peace to y'all. And shout out to all the
Pimp C.
Pimp C, Memphis. That was the white girl. That was the white girl, wasn't it?
We don't know. It's probably both.
But shout out the old school guys. Shout out to the Texas, Memphis. Rest in peace. Second of all, I'm tired of these damn trends on TikTok and Instagram where people bring old shit back. The shit people been doing for years, 20 plus years, 15 years, 10 plus years. The same shit. Black people, even I seen shit with Mexicans. They do shit. They copying shit off of Mexicans talking about, oh, this is that, and they just rename the shit. Tacos, fucking empanadas, or whatever the fuck it was. Rename the shit. Stop stealing our shit and renaming it, white people. Why you already trying to take neighborhoods? You're already trying to wash everybody out of schools. Let us have our shit. Just say, oh, this is new to me. Don't rename the
We
bullshit.
can't, Johnson.
That's the one white boy I give a pass right now. Just because he retired, I give him a pass.
There you go.
He ain't retired yet.
Tony Yayo. Okay, Tony Yayo invented it. But back to the point. And I don't know if it was a joke or not. If it wasn't, tears, because it's some bullshit. Y'all took Four Locos. Y'all took fucking every fucking thing we got. Y'all renamed the shit. So fuck y'all for gentrifying bullshit.
Yeah, man. I ain't got no tears. Y'all could. It's good. The white girl lean. Y'all should take it over because a lot of my favorite artists died off of it. So maybe
yours will too.
Maybe yours will too.
They will too. That's when it becomes a problem. We gotta stop this white girl lean, y'all. That's what's the problem.
Verteezy.
Man, this is kind of crazy, man. Cause so white people just found out about lean. Cause y'all should have been known about lean. Cause I watch Power Rangers, man. And for those who seen the movie, man, the first nigga I ever saw sell lean on the big screen was Ivan Ooze.
Hey, he was a nigga though.
I'm just saying, he was selling lean back in the day in the 90s, man.
Shit,
So
that was like 90s.
I'm surprised white people just find out about that shit. So I got tears, man. But hey, that shit will fuck your teeth up though. So y'all be careful drinking that shit. So
Like, I almost OD'd on that shit one time. I never again. I had to quit that shit. That shit.
So moving on to some simple ass shit. So we talked about Angela Simmons last week at the BET Awards. So this week, in co-sponsorship with Slutty Vegan, they got these vegan dried Oreos that they're introducing. In her little ad for it, she was in a bathtub, butt naked, covered in Oreos. And a woman commented, "Y'all hoes be doing simple shit." And Keke Palmer said, "So, and let her be great." Man, I got tears, man. Angela Simmons, you just a simple ass bitch, and I'm just gonna let y'all talk about it, man.
Tears. Pinky, what the fuck? You allowed this shit? So what got me at first was I just seen the bitch in the bathtub with some Oreos. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is she doing? Maybe this is for a magazine or some other shit, photo shoot. And then come to find out later it's for Slutty Vegan. I'm like, okay, it makes sense now. When you if you've been a Slutty Vegan and you've seen their menu, it makes sense, but it's still kind of like, what the fuck? And then Angela Simmons, her track record of just shit she does, she's just saying, she like, simple bitch, like, you just do stupid shit. Yo Gotti ain't gonna tell her, baby, you look stupid. Bitch, you look stupid, or baby, you look stupid. He ain't gonna tell her that. He's gonna be like, do whatever the fuck you want.
I ain't got no tears.
Yeah, fuck it.
She's doing everything that everybody else is doing, trying to make some money.
Yeah.
And if she do it simply, and she can make money that way, man, shout out to her. I ain't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Slutty Vegan, as long as y'all come down on your prices, y'all cool with me.
Please, Pinky, please.
Hey, man, I don't know what's wrong with Angela Simmons, but I don't know what's wrong with these hoes either.
What's wrong with them?
So this week, we got a young woman named Nene Brooks. She's apparently from Chicago. Apparently, the story was, I'm gonna give y'all the Cliff Notes version because when I was online, there was like many different variations of the story. But basically, the main point of the story was
She put in trouble.
there was a dude. She invited a dude over her house, whether it was for to get the nigga some pussy or for him to get his hair did. She ended up texting the dude ops. The dude got killed either at her house or as he left the house. She either got paid $23 or she asked for $23 so she can get an Uber to catch a flight. And apparently everybody in the city in Chicago is looking for this bitch right now. And they are making posters and obituaries saying this bitch is dead. C's, what's wrong with these hoes?
We ask this question every fucking week. Why must you hoes do this to us? You said the right words. Oh, bitch, you worried now. Oh, bitch, you worried now. It's kind of crazy. I can see $23,000. I could even see if you in a dire situation, $2,300. Bitch, you asked for $23 to get an Uber to go out of town. So the bitch knew some shit was going down, took a flight to Mexico or wherever the fuck she was going. Now you come back to your city, people want your fucking head.
She's not coming back to the city.
Oh, she coming back. She got you. This bitch, this is a broke bitch. She coming back to the city. She ain't got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, she a young broco.
Young broco. But I mean, it's like, people made some valid points in the comments. They said her family could have been in the house. Who the fuck knows? Like, did she make sure everybody else was gone? They said, hey, do your thing. Like young rappers, Chicago especially, out of every rapper, man, like Dirk don't even live in Chicago anymore, man. This nigga in Atlanta more than he in Chicago. So it's like, you get backdoor, man. Be careful, man. Like all this bullshit going on. Be careful, niggas. And tears for a young bitch being stupid for a little bit amount of time.
Hey man, these hoes stupid. That's what's wrong with these hoes. These hoes clout chasing. That's what's wrong with these hoes. These hoes want attention. That's what's wrong with these hoes. These hoes can't keep their pussy in their panties. That's what's wrong with these hoes.
I gotta let this pussy out,
These
bro.
hoes is being raised by hoes. That's what's wrong with these hoes. It's too many of these new hoes that you used to just have hoes that just wanted to fuck with hood niggas. Now these hoes want to be the hood niggas. Like when you go on Tubi, we talked about Tubi months ago, episodes ago. Please check it out. When you watch some of these Tubi movies, these hoes in these Tubi movies and shows be cooking the dope, be bagging the dope, be the ones doing the work and everything, while the niggas in the house just chilling. Like
playing video games.
Like these hoes be watching this shit and they want to be that.
Hey, shout out Crystal the dog. I love you.
But the problem is, these hoes ain't got the heart to do that shit. Don't get it twisted. It's some hoes out there, there's some gutter bitches that got the heart to be in these streets, but most of y'all hoes ain't got the heart to be doing all of that shit. And as far as her leaving town, and I know you said she ain't got nowhere to go and she a young hoe, that's good. Go to Houston, go to Vegas, go to LA, go to goddamn Atlanta and sell that pussy.
Yeah, she gonna be like, you know who I is? 1200.
Yeah, sell that pussy. Long as that pussy grip, girl, you can make yourself some money. Because one thing for sure,
this pussy kill niggas.
One thing for sure, don't take your ass back to Chicago. Because you go back to Chicago, I don't know how much longer you gonna last, house. Like you gonna be dead soon because these motherfuckers is looking for your ass. I just hope that it was worth it, bro. Whatever you got out of it, whether it was the thrill of doing it, whether you got some dick, or whether you got money to get your little Uber, or like you said, maybe you gonna drop a rap album or whatever, or a rap song. But hey man, these hoes is crazy, man. That's what's wrong with these hoes.
Yeah, man. I ain't got nothing to say what's wrong with them, man. Like, cause this whole situation is crazy. Like, the dude got killed. I heard the same thing. What I heard was hair, but Vertiz he be in the rabbit hole more than I do, so he know more. So it's like, oh well, like, dude, you got caught slipping. City of Chicago, he got caught slipping. Charge it to the game. It happens every day in your city. Don't go looking for her. Go look for all these young folks with all these guns that's shooting every weekend, killing all your folks. Go look for everybody. Don't look for her. Why y'all just looking for her? Look for everybody. Because he was a rapper. I never heard of him. He was just a normal person, just like all the other people that y'all kill in Chicago every day. Stop the violence. Stop doing all the dumb stuff. And then maybe go look for some of the other people, and maybe some of that stuff might not happen no more. The whole Chicago, all y'all some hoes. If you ask me.
Juice Man.
Yeah. What up?
Any thoughts on Nene Brooks?
Who is she? And why I gotta be worried about this shit? That's how I feel about it. It's like, who the fuck is she? That's an everyday thing. Every time I walk on my door, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a bitch trying to set me up. Every motherfucking day. Male or female. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, fair
I'm
enough.
clutching.
Hey, you know what's crazy about this story though, y'all? This ain't nothing new.
Exactly.
They've been telling this story since Shakespeare's been writing plays, man. It ain't nothing but a sequel or a remake, to be honest. And speaking of that, 2023 and 2024 has been the years of the remakes and the sequels. We've had so many movies that's been remade, and we've had so many sequels that we didn't even know we wanted come out and be blockbuster hits. It's been reported that Shrek 5 and Toy Story 5 will be dropping.
Christmas, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I'm going to start with someone in my age demographic. Sees, what is your thoughts on both movies coming to fruition?
I actually don't recall if I seen Toy Story 4. I don't fucking remember if I seen it or not. I don't.
Shame on you.
I don't. I know 1 through 3. 1 was the shit. 2 was fucking amazing. The first two, nigga. Shrek is my shit. Especially the first one. But Shrek is a series. And then if y'all ain't seen the Christmas special, y'all need to go. That shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah. But good announcement. It's like, hey, if you're gonna do remakes, make them fucking amazing. I want to see. And then they got, hey, didn't you tell me about the Donkey spinoff? It's like a mini series or something.
I guess they decided to forego that to make the Shrek 5 movie because there was talks of a Donkey movie instead of Shrek 5.
I think they should, rather than do a movie, they should have did like a little mini series, like put it on Peacock or something.
Disney Plus,
like Disney Plus or Peacock.
So, but Toy Story, Disney owns Toy Story. That's Pixar.
But that's part of Disney.
Yeah, it's basically Disney.
Okay.
So I mean, but yeah, it's. Hey, if you're gonna do remakes, make them good. Hey, I'm all for it.
If you asking me, I'm more excited for Toy Story 5. I love the Shrek movies. I will say by the time we got the Shrek like 3 or 4, I can't remember which one, shit was kind of whack. You know, I will say that Shrek has done a better job with the spinoffs because the Puss in Boots movies have been pretty good. You know, so they've done a better job with their spinoffs. But Toy Story, to me, I'm gonna be real, man. If you don't like the Toy Story movies, then you just don't have an analytical mind. Because when I go back and watch the movies as an adult, those movies are not for kids. Like when you watch the movies and the themes of each Toy Story movie, like they have a lot of adult themed stuff in it. And especially when you get to, that's why I said shame on you, bro. Because when they got to Toy Story 3 and 4, I feel like that was the best in the franchise. Because Toy Story 3 was basically about Andy going to college and and Woody and the toys having to let go of Andy, and then Andy at the end of the movie realizing, wow, I gotta really let go of my childhood and become a man now.
Okay, so that was the movie where they gave it to the little.
Yeah, gave it to the girl Bonnie.
Okay, yeah.
But then Toy Story 4 was basically Woody realizing I have to grow and I cannot continue to lead this pack, and I gotta let Buzz and these other guys go on. And Woody basically went on and told his own story, and he ended up dating the sheep lady, the big Betty Bop or whatever.
Oh, so he didn't get with the fucking cowboy bitch?
Nah. That was like his daughter basically in the whole series. That's disgusting.
Hey, quick sidebar. Did you watch the Buzz Lightyear show?
Yeah, I saw the show and I saw the movie, man. And the movie was, I ain't gonna lie. After I saw the movie, I'm convinced Andy was given a knockoff Buzz Lightyear.
The movie was like a one-off because like you got the story of Buzz Lightyear, like the actual like the TV show, and then you got the toy. It's two different things.
But I'm just curious where they're gonna go with the 5, because like I said, Woody's no longer with them boys. So I don't know. So I know you got to bring Woody back because Tom Hanks is a big motherfucker.
My biggest question is where the fuck is Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head in this shit?
I mean, they probably won't be in it because for those who know the real life story, like Don Rickles, rest in peace, great comedian, he passed away years ago before they made the 4th one. So in the 4th movie, they had to just use archive voiceovers for him. So he'll probably have a limited role, but it's going to be interesting to see what the storyline in the 5th one's going to be. Like, this is a movie, a franchise that I literally watched as a child into my adulthood. So it's just crazy that they still making it. And as far as Shrek goes, man, hey, Mike Myers, you the truth, and Eddie Murphy, you the truth, man. I'm going to pass it on to the elder statesmen at the table. I know y'all probably was much older when these movies came out.
80s babies. The 80s babies.
What's y'all thoughts of both of these movies?
I think they should probably do it. I don't remember none of the movies, to tell you the truth. I remember some of the part 1s of Toy Story and maybe part 2 of Toy Story. Shrek was, I guess, a funny movie too, but I don't remember these movies. You know what I'm saying? Because when these movies came out, I was doing other things. And it was but they were both classic movies, I think. So for them to have part 5 of them, I don't have a problem with it. I'll probably will watch them. I need to go back and watch pretty much all of them before I watch part 5, but that might not happen. But the franchises, Toy Story and Shrek, man, you can't go wrong with either one of them, man. I just because just the history of it, and also the characters. Well, not the characters, but like the voiceover, the actors, yeah, the people that like when people found out the donkey was Eddie, you know what I'm saying? People went crazy, you know what I'm saying? That was, oh, Eddie's the donkey? Because at first, lots of times when they do these cartoon movies, unless you watching the credits, you don't know who voices is which voices because they don't advertise that. Well, I know they used to didn't advertise that.
They do now, but they used to did it.
Yeah, they used to didn't advertise that. So unless you really sat there and studied the credits, you wouldn't know who the voices was until later on. It was almost like a
Masked Singer.
Yeah, it was like you, who is this? Who's this? You never knew. You know what I'm saying? Until later was like, oh wow, that person did that. You never knew. So that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they bring all the voices back, you saying some of the people have passed away, but people are so talented now they could probably redo it and have the same kind of voice.
Nah, they probably can, man.
You know what I'm saying? Where Garfield at?
Yeah.
That's great.
You got any thoughts, Juice Man?
Yeah. I'm gonna end up watching them both. I'm a real big comedy fan. I like comedy. I don't care if it's animated or real life. So yeah, I'm gonna catch them because, like you say, the storylines were great, man. I enjoyed them all. And then Toy Story was a little bit harder to watch with the newer ones, but it was all right. You know what I'm saying? They're okay. You know what I'm saying? It keeps the big name actors from actually doing really hard work. They got to still work and they got to do what they got to do, and they get decent bread. Like, I'm not gonna say decent bread, real good bread, because a lot of these characters, this is all they do, and then that money carries them for like another 5 to 10 years. So it's like, yeah, like I can't wait to see it, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Hey, man. So before we wrap up, we talking about sequels and stuff and remakes. So, what's 3 movies that you would like to see a sequel for, or maybe a remake? Rose?
I went to the movies. I think maybe Wednesday. No, I think it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday, yeah. And I saw stuff in there. I'm like, did y'all know Lion King's got a new movie coming out?
Yeah.
Is it another live action?
No, it's a cartoon, and it's called Simba.
Oh shit!
No,
is it gonna be?
No, is it called Simba?
His dad?
Yes, his dad.
Whatever his dad's name was.
Yeah.
Mufasa.
It's called Mufasa. So when Mufasa was, I guess, a kid, cub. So I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. But as far as I just want to throw that out. I thought that was pretty cool. I saw that. But as far as remakes or sequels, I couldn't come up with 3. But I did come up with 2. I know this one's going to be on probably everybody's list. It could be a prequel, a sequel, or something. You know what I'm saying? Training Day.
I can see it. I can see it.
It could be Denzel ain't even got to be in it because the white dude.
Can he make a cameo?
He could.
That's my new thing. My new thing is like seeing people do cameos,
like a preview. Or they probably
they play a different character. But it's like,
no, he don't even play the character. He need to play who he was. But maybe before, I know, but I'm saying like a flashback. He could do a flashback.
Okay.
But other than that, he don't even have to be in the movie. You know what I'm saying? If they do a part 2, he don't even have to be in it. Or they could do a prequel when he was first coming up and how he got turned dirty or something like that. That would be so awesome, man. Training Day, man. That was one that was one of those. And the only one there was other movies I can think of. The only one I can think of that is like, dog, yeah. Part 2 probably would have been pretty good. Was Step Brothers.
You got part 2. That's a hilarious movie.
No, they don't have part 2.
I think they kept doing so many movies. It was like
they did a lot of movies together, but they never did a Step Brothers 2.
So it was like
both the main characters did like 3 other movies together.
Yeah, they don't have a Step Brothers 2. Like, so it's like, and part 2 Step Brothers, after everything happened out and now they cool,
would be hilarious.
That would be that. It would kind of be like a Hangover almost, kind of sort of. I don't know, but I would like to see that. You know what I'm saying? But from what I was reading, that they don't get along no more, so that's the reason why it fell out or something.
That makes sense.
Mm. But that's the only two I can really think of. Like off top, there's other movies too, but it's like there's so many. Some of my other movies I was thinking about, so many people died,
Passed away.
and passed away. Like there's one that maybe a remake with all the new actors. The only one I can think is like Harlem Nights. If they did like a remake of Harlem Nights,
That's a good one.
We was just talking about this shit last week.
and then they did a Harlem Nights and they just bring because most of the people in Harlem Nights it's passed away, but if they could just bring like Eddie back and Eddie could be
Kim was dead.
you know what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah,
not
I actually like to see a remake to Harlem Nights with
With
more
all
comedians in
with
it.
all the new comedians in it, that would be. But you got to put Eddie in it though. The Eddie would have to be the one that did it
If
because
they
that was
did
Eddie's
it,
movie.
to me, Netflix can't have hands in this shit.
Who
They
cares?
will fuck it up. They will fuck it
I
up.
don't care who got hands in it, but it's got to be cussing, it got to be titties, and it's got to be, you know what I'm saying, shooting in it.
Yeah, man. Harlem Nights is a good one, man. Like me and C's even walked through the whole cast. If it was me, I wouldn't make Eddie Richard. I would make him.
No, he gotta be the same
I
person.
would make him Red Fox character.
No, I would.
I would do a remake.
Oh, a whole
A
remake.
remake.
Yeah, okay.
And then
Complete
let
remake?
Kevin Hart be Eddie original character, and then find someone to be Richard Pryor character. But I would like to see a remake of the Martin comics in it.
Would you keep the same name?
I mean, probably so, man, because it would be a remake. Probably so. Or maybe call it like Miami Vice or something like that.
It's too.
Something catchy.
It would probably be like Atlanta Nights.
Yeah, something like that. But man, the first movie I had was Pirates of the Caribbean because the last movie ended on a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Because Davy Crockett basically the Orlando Bloom character woke up and then basically went back to sleep, and we saw basically water and shells at the bed, and it kind of hinted that David Crockett was going to come back, which was like one of the top 5 villains of all time in any movie, and they never basically capitalized on that. Number 2, Friday, of course.
Well, they're
It's
working
too-
on that.
It's been a whole lot
But
of.
if-
So they say.
If
Yes.
we're not going to count it because they're working on it, then another one would be this one would be a prequel.
But
This
go
one
ahead
would
with
be a
Friday.
prequel.
Go ahead with Friday though.
Well, Friday, I would like them to finally do that. I would like them to finally do that one because they've been talking about it so long to the point where we've seen people from that franchise pass away. So it's like, hey, let's go on Herb and do that before other people pass away because none of the Fridays are bad. It's one of the few franchises you can say each movie that comes out is quality.
It's quality, but super different.
Yeah, different. And the last one, and I was thinking real hard about like sequels. And then when I thought about this was the one that I was like, yo, I think it could be hilarious, but how could you make it in 2024? White Chicks.
That shit would be insane.
Because
That shit would be crazy.
because you could still, because that storyline technically was not completely finished, like in the sense of they can go undercover again. Just
They
like
go
Big Mama.
bigger. They go bigger.
Yeah, they can go even bigger. Like, so I would just like to see Marlon and Sean come back and do another White Chicks 2, which Marlon did say a couple years ago. They talked about it, but then for some reason they can never get off the ground. And I just remember growing up, White Chicks was like one of the funniest fucking movies of all time. So I just would like to see, could you make a second White Chicks in today's time? And knowing the Waynes, they are so good at putting people on. There are people like Country Wayne and other people that's coming up in the comedy game that I'm pretty sure they would probably give roles to in the movie.
I could definitely see Desi doing a scene in that
Yeah,
shit.
someone like Desi would
Desi.
probably have an opportunity. Drewski probably would have an
Drewski.
opportunity.
Drewski would
So,
definitely have a big role.
It would be hilarious to see it, and hey man, I think they could probably, especially in today's atmosphere, I think they could probably push the barriers and make another classic.
Yeah, it'll be just like a house party.
so fruit.
Which one? Because the first two was good.
Yeah.
You know which one.
Yeah, nigga.
The one LeBron James did.
LeBron James.
Who? LeBron? Yo, so I actually went a different direction than everybody else. Y'all went with sequels. I think you had one remake, right?
Well,
You had Training Day remake,
they had Training Day prequels and a sequel.
and then you had a sequel.
Step Brothers. That's on two I could
That
think
was-
up the top, but one out. I thought was interesting was Harlem Nights. That was a remake. Yeah.
So yeah, I actually went a different direction. I actually went with all three are action type movies.
Mhm.
One's a fucking certified classic. It's like either you just hate the 80s or you just like you love the movie or you just hate the 80s. So I went with actual remakes. So it's a sequel, but it's a kind of a reboot. You gotta have the guy. I know he's sick. You know he's got Parkinson's. Michael J. Fox.
Oh,
Back
wow.
to the Future.
Back-
All the CGI.
You know what's
That's
crazy?
coming back.
Hey, C's, real quick.
I sent you that.
When
That's coming out.
when you and me picked this topic, can I be real?
I didn't think you.
I
said that.
thought, and the only why I didn't pick Back to the Future because I thought Rose was gonna pick that.
No, I was thinking more
That's
about
actually came back out.
Ferris
Wolf?
Bueller Day Off. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Ooh, that's the.
That's what.
See,
I thought
that's a
you were
sleeper.
gonna say.
That's just a sleeper. That,
Yeah.
So
So you said sequel or remake?
it's a sequel reboot. So it's going to have same storyline. It's gonna have all the original characters. If they're still alive, bring them back. Doc's still alive. He just looked old as shit. Doc's alive. Marty McFly, Michael J. Fox still alive.
All the main people still alive.
All the main people. With all the CGI and technology that we have now. Matter of fact, I got you. I even went further with this. I went deeper with this shit. I was like, who the fuck would play Marty McFly's son? Tom Holland. Would play. Could you make his goofy ass in Spider-Man? He's Marty McFly Jr. or Marty McFly the Third, whatever. Can you imagine the shit, like the graphics and the storyline?
They got the one coming out though. Back to the Future, what, 5 coming out?
It'll basically be Back to the Future 5.
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
coming
I
out.
think-
already.
I
I
think-
sent you out the clips.
I think that was a fake trailer.
And then check this out. Remember the shit they had with the 2023 Cubs? Or was it 2022?
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh shit, Doc is gonna have a scene where he got his goggles on. I was wrong, Marty. I was fucking wrong. I was off by 2 years. So just imagine all the shit that they could do with that movie. So I mean, it's a lot of shit. That's why I went straight. Next is, who was it? Was it Jesse Ventura or was it somebody else? Who was it? Dick something? The only reason I went with this because you had Judge Dredd, you know, the classic with
Yeah.
the remake. It wasn't bad. It was decent. So I'm like, imagine you have to give it to the right director. If you give it to somebody like The Boys, who does edgy shit and dark
So
jokes.
Judge Dredd.
No, not Judge Dredd. Because they already did it.
So what's the movie?
RoboCop.
RoboCop. Okay, then.
So if you've seen RoboCop, they had some funny ass fucked up scenes. So imagine. So you know how we're going back to the like non-political, like I was talking about. We're edging back to where people are not being politically correct anymore.
Yeah.
Like we're edging like now 2024. You drop some shit, some raunchy shit. We seen the trailers of Deadpool. People love that raunchy shit. If you have a RoboCop in 2024, I promise you give it to a right director that will give you some funny, dark scenes. You'll love it. RoboCop, and then the last one is just it's some young actors out here that I feel like could do it because it's a classic, but at the same time, it's just one of the movies. It's like there's at least a scene where you're like, damn, this is a good movie. The rest of the movie, you might be like, fuck it. Braveheart. I tried to stick with like action movies, and there's a lot of movies that are so good, I don't want them to touch it. So I went with these three. I was like, hey, so we got Back to the Future, RoboCop, and Braveheart. Braveheart, there are some young, great British actors and American actors that could play separated from Mel Gibson. You ain't even got to, fuck it, you could have him direct it. I guarantee it would be a great fucking movie. You took a new Braveheart, rename it. You could fucking rename it to some like the Ironclad or some bullshit.
I mean, my favorite one was Back to the Future, only because I didn't really watch the RoboCop movies, and I saw parts of Braveheart. I never saw it start to finish, but yeah, I mean, every movie you said it was a blockbuster movie, so I'm pretty sure the fan bases of those movies would love to see remakes or sequels. Juice Man, do you have any sequels or remakes that you would love to see made?
All my remakes, everything I want to see is coming out. Like I want to see Axel Foley. It came out. I want to see another John Wick. That's coming out. I want to see another Back to the Future. That's coming out. Everything I want to see. What is it? John Wick 5.
Yeah, but they doing more like a spinoff shit now.
You think it's gonna be a spinoff?
Yeah, spinoff.
I don't know. I should have seen it. So I don't know what's going on with that. But everything I want to see is coming out. So I should wait to sit back because everything I want to see comes out.
So let me ask a quick question because you brought up Harlem Nights earlier, Rose, and we're gonna wrap it up here. This is another movie that had a whole bunch of great comedians in it. Could they successfully do a remake of the movie Life?
Yeah, because Martin and Eddie's still alive, so but it's like what? So they're out now, so there's gonna be
not a sequel, a remake.
Oh, a whole remake of it. They could, yeah, they could.
Is there anybody that we ain't gotta go through the whole cast? It's just a man two. Who do you think could be Eddie? Who do you think could be Martin? And you would be like, you know what? I'm willing to see that.
That I don't know. Go C's
unreplaceable. You can't remake it. Either movie Harlem Nights or Life. You can't replay. You can fit one or two people in it. Like I would like to see like some of the older, but like older newer cats. Like they are the way Kevin Hart is to like a lot of the older comedians like Cedric and like they're the juniors. Somebody like Red Grant, Benji Brown, a lot of those guys that were on Comic View. I would like to see them fill those. If you have one or two of those people fill those roles in Harlem Nights or Life, I promise you it would make such a better movie than if you tried to have just newer people. Because we've seen the shit where they tried to have like Ice Cube did a movie with like what's the nigga from the 85 South show? DC Young Fly. He's funny. Just the comedies. To me, this is somebody like I watch Comic View. I watch Def Comedy Jam. I've seen all these movies.
These young comics just ain't hitting like they was back in the day.
You like everybody's. They're not. And I will say there's a certain appeal to the big, wider audience. It's like even if they're in the community, like. You say, oh, just only black people fuck with them, or they're black famous. They still have a certain appeal to the white audience. Like,
yeah. So would they have to be young?
Well, no. For me, I would have a combination of these three
because
if Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, or Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Now I know they older comics, but those are the only three that I feel like could fill those shoes.
That's one
and
more
I would
that
be
you
willing
missed.
to watch. Is it who I missed?
Eddie Griffin.
Oh yeah. You know what? Hollywood blackballed that nigga so bad, I'd be forgetting about Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin, you know what? I would actually want to see Chris Rock and Eddie Griffin. Because Chris Rock to me could be Martin because he's kind of straight-laced like Martin was in Life. And Eddie Griffin is just, hey man, for those listening, if you did not see Eddie Griffin stand back in the day and you did not see his early movies, Eddie Griffin's a motherfucker.
Hey bro, we watch Eddie Griffin. You know he ain't going for that shit. I'm just be honest. He ain't going for that shit.
Well, we're not asking for his permission. We're just saying,
like, what would it be? Would it be funny? And Eddie Griffin is
at least his scenes gonna be funny. His scenes gonna be funny.
So, but I would like maybe Eddie Griffin and Cat Williams.
Oh my God! You know what? That would even be better. That would be perfect because y'all remember Norbit? They little chemistry in Norbit was amazing. Even though they didn't have that many scenes together, that little pimping barbecue business.
Why not Norbit too? Why not Norbit too?
I mean, we could be here all night talking about movies that need sequels and remakes, man.
Eddie Murphy been in, yeah.
And Eddie, especially Eddie. Eddie's a classic, man. So any closing thoughts of the night, y'all?
Yeah, man. 4th of July, a lot of fireworks go off. Pocket fireworks apparently too. Shit. Stay safe out here. Hey, you can either hate it or love it. Some great remakes, some great sequels. Planet of the Apes is another one we didn't mention, but they've done a great fucking job. This is the third time this shit's been. It's been the third time this shit's been rebooted. They got a good fucking trilogy going. But besides that, man, stay safe out here. Hey, USA basketball, y'all better do some shit. I ain't expecting y'all to do shit. Y'all better do it. But hey, fuck it.
Hey man, we talked about a lot of death this episode. Man, hey man.
All right, peace, Snooty.
Love the people close to you, man. Spend time with your people. Rose tries to tell y'all this all the time. He said this last episode, and I 1,000% agree. We don't need holidays to spend time with our people, man. Spend time with the people that you fuck with, because these motherfuckers are dropping like flies.
Yeah, I ain't got no final thoughts, man. Juice Man, you got any final thoughts?
I'm back quiet, man.
In the words of Airbnb and Rakim, peace.
Yeah, man. Catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic. And I'm back wide.